What is your favorite type of cuisine? Italian, Chinese, Mexican? If you'd asked me before I came to Dubai, I probably would have said something along those lines. But since moving here, I have fallen in love with Iranian food. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna take you to my go-to favorite Iranian restaurant. Definitely a hidden gem, and I guarantee you're gonna love it. Let's go to Sofreh. This is Sofreh. It's a husband and wife run business that's been open for a couple of years, but it's very, very popular. And the reason being is they are serving some of the most authentic and traditional Iranian food, and the quality is phenomenal. Now, I'm not an expert on Iranian food, but I know a few people that are. So we're gonna meet my good friend Reza, AKA the Ravenous Xerxes on Instagram, and his good friend Oresh, who is visiting from Iran. So let's head inside and go get some Iranian food. Here he is.
How you doing?
How you doing, man? Good to see you. How have you been? Here he is. Oresh, good to see you. Good to see you. How have you been? Here they are. These are my experts, my Iranian experts. Okay, so Reza, what is this called?
This is a very famous bread from the north of Iran called barbari. The Azadi area in particular of Iran, Tabriz, Ardabil and places like that, they love this. This is their preferred bread, okay? Now, once this goes, it's very different to sangak that you've seen before,
yes.
Okay? And you can see it's cooked in a traditional oven.
Okay.
Once he puts it in, it'll swell up, you'll see. It's different.
Okay, perfect.
Sofreh is probably the only place in Dubai that does barbari. Everybody else does, you know, they do lavash and taftoon and of course sangak.
Why do you think they've done this bread over the others?
Because no one else has
done
done
it. And what makes this bread like unique compared to the others? What's different about it?
It's a meatier, chunkier kind of bread. My home, we love this bread, and it's the one I think we miss the most. Lovely to have with tea in the afternoon, some cheese. Beautiful. I'm
looking forward to it. Oh, you can start to see it swell now. See those bubbles forming. A lot of heat kicking out that oven. What have we got?
From the left, okay, left is Koobideh. Then you have the chicken kebab, the Masti, and the zafarani, boneless chicken, and of course the lamb chops. They're amazing lamb chops, yeah.
So the traditional way, you have to cook it over these coals?
You have to cook it over coals.
If there was like a most famous kebab, what would you say it would be? All of them. They're all traditional.
They're all traditional kebabs. Only the Masti is a South Iranian kebab.
Okay.
The rest of the kebabs here are from the north. They're not made in the south. They are too. Sofreh is from the north. So the taste of their kebabs is totally different to the other places. And they are very much kebab specialists.
Yes, I can definitely attest to that.
Yeah.
Like, we've had a lot of kebabs. You've taken me through a lot of places. This is one of the places that I had. And the flavour, every single one it's got its own unique flavour, but it's just got bags and bags of flavour. Super, super tender, you'll find out.
You know, their lamb chops, I don't know any other Iranian restaurant that does lamb chops like they do. And their Juje kebab is the same. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And you've had a lot.
I've tried almost everything here.
You've had all of them in Dubai.
Yeah.
So you're doing a series at the moment, aren't you?
I am, yes I am. I'm actually updating a series that I did a couple of years ago with the Frying Pan Adventures. We went through a number of Iranian restaurants and we came up with a list of dishes you should try in each of them, and it'll be coming out soon.
Yeah?
Very soon.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to go to every single one of them. Okay, let's get out of here for the moment because it's literally roasting. All right, so this is why I love Sofreh, and I think you'll agree. Every single dish is a piece of art. The presentation is stunning and it adds to the whole experience of the restaurant. Now, talk us through what we have bit by bit. You're the expert. You can hold this because I know you'll have more to say than I will.
Well, I'll start with the starters. We've only ordered a very few. There are a lot of them on the menu. You've got kashke badem jun here, salad shirazi, maskiyar, and of course you have the sabzi khordan over here and the bread. Now, no Iranian table is complete without nuno, paniro, sabzi.
So what is this?
Noon is bread, sabzi are greens, the panir is cheese. The cheese. And of course we love walnuts, so we've got walnuts there as well. And each one of these, as you can see, is so beautifully presented. I think this is one of the biggest differences between Sofreh and other restaurants, you know, the presentation. But it's not just the presentation, it's the quality of the food.
Yeah.
Okay.
So talk to us about these mains.
So one of the biggest differences between Sofreh and other Iranian restaurants in Dubai, because Dubai is close to the south of Iran, you have a lot of South Iranians here.
Yeah.
And I would say maybe 80% of the Iranian restaurants here are from the south of Iran. They serve South Iranian food. Like Kebab Masti, like Bahraini, you know, stuff like that. Whereas Sofreh is a restaurant from Tehran. Okay, it serves food of Tehran.
Yeah.
And this is reflected in the kebabs that you have. They do have Masti, but their Masti is a North Iranian style Masti.
Okay.
Okay, it's not been marinated in whey. Okay. It will be marinated in actual yogurt. My favorites here.
The Juje.
The Juje. There's nothing in Dubai. Nobody in Dubai makes this kind of Juje. It's amazing. The Masti, of course, is fantastic. Your favorite.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. The lamb chops, without a doubt, there's not a single Iranian restaurant that makes this quality of lamb chops. They're perfect. The Koobideh is excellent as well.
Yeah. Would you say it's the best Koobideh?
One of the best. One of the best. One of the best. But in general, the quality of food in Sofreh is unbelievable. It's really right up there.
It is. I think for people like myself, like I'm British. I haven't had any Iranian food before. I think Sofreh was my first place. Maybe Koobideh was. Maybe the first, Koobideh was the first place I went to. For anyone watching who has never tried Iranian food before, it may seem a bit intimidating, you don't know what to order. If you come to Sofreh, the guys will help you. Like, the food is phenomenal. It's very accessible to Westerners as well. You don't need to be an expert to enjoy the kebab, to enjoy the lamb chops. It really is good. And it's not just the atmosphere, the ambience, the presentation, it's the whole experience, everything being homemade. It just makes a huge, huge difference. So, should we tuck into some food? Because we've literally been like salivating. Okay, how would you normally serve this up? I've seen you before. You go for the tahdig?
Yeah, the tahdig, of course. I mean, look at this. Look at this. It's gorgeous. We pride ourselves with our rice in Iran. Okay, not all the rice in Iran is imported. A lot of it is grown in the north, in the Caspian area. And this is actually Iranian rice, and it's made as what we call a kateh. This is another one of the things that you can get at Sofreh. It's one of the only restaurants that serves authentic kateh using Iranian rice itself, okay?
Yes.
So let's serve some rice first and then go for the kebab.
Okay, perfect. So this is the Koobideh. I would say this is quite disputed in Dubai. Everyone wants to have the best Koobideh. Yes. I tried Tourange, which is another one last week. Yeah. Let me just try this one. Excellent. On my life, I think this one's better than Tourange. I think so. It's more juicy. It's like juicier. It's more flavorful.
I sincerely think this is one of the best Koobidehs there is. Definitely up there, top 3.
We have to be very careful. Ali Reza will chase us up.
I always order their Koobideh as well. Okay, so it's not like I don't like it or anything.
No, it is delicious. The next one, the Juje. So this is marinated in, is it marinated in saffron? That's what gives it its color.
I mean, just look at this. It's superb. It's very difficult to get this right. I mean, look at it. It's just perfect.
Oh, what's this? Oh, thank you very much. Look at that. A phenomenal dish. The presentation's stunning. What's the name of this one?
This is a fusion of what you have at the beginning.
Yes.
Okay.
Cheese and sabzi.
Okay, they've just made it into a pizza.
A beautiful pizza. So there's some very good lamb chops in Dubai. I've been to a few places. Damyati. We went to the meeting room. Also do great lamb chops. These lamb chops, they're another level. They are so succulent with the right level of char on it. It's not burnt. It doesn't come across too smoky. Flavour's lovely. Delicious. Everyone loves lamb chops. Phenomenal. And this one is my favourite. This is the chicken Masti. So this is the one that's been marinated in yogurt. The thing that caught me by surprise is there are a lot of chicken kebabs. This one is so tender. It's phenomenal. It really does catch you by surprise. Yeah. Will it be as good as I remember? Let's see. If you were to taste that and no one said anything, you'd think it was minced chicken, it was so soft, but it's not. It's just because it's been marinated, it's tenderized.
Yogurt acts as a tenderizer,
yeah,
but it's just done perfectly. It doesn't taste anything like the Ustadi Masti or the Khuri Masti. This is a North Iranian style Masti, okay? So the flavors are a lot more subtle, yeah, but it's tender and juicy.
Couldn't have put it better myself. We are joined today by Arash. So he is visiting from Iran on holiday. Now he was obviously the expert on Iranian food. How does it compare? What would you
Well, that's it, really. The question is, we keep raving about this and saying it's authentic, but here's someone who's just come in from Tehran. Arash, nazar chiye? به خوبی غذای خود ایران هست؟
بهتر. خیلی متشکرم.
He says it's even better.
It's even better.
Arash is actually from the south of Iran, but he lives in Tehran. So I said, you've tasted both.
Yes.
What do you think? He says, it's fantastic. You wouldn't think that you're outside Iran. It's so authentic.
Perfect. And if you needed anything else to be said to convince you to come down and try it, there it is. You've heard it from the experts. And I completely agree. As someone who knows nothing about Iranian food, I would agree with that, definitely.
So in Iran, you have burgers, you have hot dogs, stuff like that, normal, Western style sandwiches, but you also have a number of traditional sandwiches using traditional ingredients. One of the most famous is magz zabun. Magz being brain, zabun being tongue.
Okay.
Usually, big giant beef tongue, and then they slow cook for many hours, and then they slice it and they put it into a sandwich. Now, this is just brain, okay? But usually it's with both.
Yeah?
Yeah, and Sofreh does a number of these traditional Iranian sandwiches.
So this is definitely a first for me. This is a brain wrap.
Wrap, yeah.
Bottoms up. First time for everything. There it is. He's watching me in the background. He thought he'd kill me. I didn't really know what to expect from a brain wrap. The brain side of it is hard to articulate. I don't really have like another judgment compared. It's like the softest meat you've it's definitely the softest meat, yeah.
It's excellent.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. What's that word you use?
Earthing.
It's very good.
That was the word I wanted to use to describe it. I knew you'd have something to say about it. It's very earthy brain.
I would add a little kick to it, maybe a little chili or something, and yeah, but otherwise it's perfect.
I didn't really know what to expect from brain wrap, but that is tasty with the tomato, onion, and parsley. Some Tabasco, maybe. Reneth, can you pass the Tabasco? Thank you very much. FYI, Tabasco, if you're watching this, I eat this all the time. Sponsor your boy, cheers. Shameless plug. Tabasco on brain for the gram. Oh.
Yeah? There you go.
That's better. There you go, Tabasco. You're good on brain. So that was an absolutely incredible feed. I'm stuffed to bursting, and I know you guys are gonna absolutely love Sofreh, so be sure to check this out. And remember to subscribe to the channel because we're gonna have lots more food and all the best hidden eats in Dubai coming in the coming weeks. Thanks very much for watching, guys.